Hi, my name's Claudia Castañeda, otherwise known as Cloudcaster. I'm an illustrator and an artist based here in San Diego. I've been drawing ever since I was little. I definitely always had an interest in art. I have an experience with my mom telling me that my handwriting was really terrible and that she described it as dead spiders. So she really wanted to see me improve. But in doing so, we ended up going to a bunch of library programs after school. High school, Instagram started to get popular. So at the time, I made an Instagram, and then I started to see other people make art accounts. That's kind of the first time I started to see art as a viable career, because I had seen a bunch of people that I looked up to at the time. I'm always generally inspired by my day-to-day. I'm a really big photographer, as a hobby. So I like to take pictures of places I've been, people I've seen, or just food. Find a picture, or I take a picture that has a really good ambiance. I like to incorporate that in my art. Some of my struggles started in honestly in high school, but I kind of didn't really address them until college. In a lot of ways, I feel the biggest struggle has just been with myself. I don't have the confidence sometimes to even showcase my work, and also just trying not to get too down about the state of the industry. I feel what's helped is definitely my friends that also do art. They really understand, the artist mentality of sometimes you're just way too hard on yourself. I just found out about this program, right? The Media Arts Center. After doing that, I did the internship at one of the libraries, and then, I met people that I feel were really supportive. So then they also recommended, they were hey, you should join the art contest. With my design, I really wanted to showcase queer people of color, and in particularly drag queens. With all the current I would say political climate right now, it's there's a lot of people that are really vilifying just LGBTQ plus people in general. Despite all that, I really wanted to just showcase that it's even after a storm, the clouds will roll away. There's a lot of nuance to the conversation that you can't super easily just be hey, do art as a career. But I think sometimes we get really held up in the idea that you're not a real artist until you're doing something in the industry. I draw basically every day, I take pictures, I enjoy life, that makes me an artist. So I think the advice I would give other people is just there is no advice, there is nothing to stop you. That's it. Bye.